Hi everyone, my name is Mila Kalitova and I'm a professor of public relations at the University of Florida. And as a part of my international public relations course, I'm interviewing public relations professionals from all over the world to see what public relations practice looks like in their country. Today, the topic of today's conversation is public relations in Russia, navigating creativity at the times of military conflict. So as we speak, it's 2024. So we're going to be talking about the modern Russia post 2022 after the military conflict started. And a lot of the things that typically affect public relations practice have changed in the countries. For example, many tools that we are used to here, such as Facebook or Instagram, are now illegal in Russia. And I thought it was going to be very important to talk to someone who is practicing public relations in the country today to see what have changed in terms of how they view their profession, how their businesses are operating. And so with all of that being said, today we're talking with Lidia Starkovskaya. She is the founder of Buro 111, which is a creative agency that focuses on marketing and public relations. Welcome, Lidia, and thanks for joining this conversation.
Thank you very much. Hi everyone.
Yeah,
You are my first English-speaking audience, so I'm very proud of it. Thank you for that. Thank you for that honor.
Thank you for joining us. It took us a while actually to decide how to structure this conversation. And so we decided that I will give Lida a few topics that I think would be interesting and relevant for you guys. And she would cover them in a form of a presentation rather than a conversation. While I'm going to be here mainly to ask follow-up questions or give my American students maybe some additional context if it's required. Okay?
Yeah, sure.
So, okay, the floor is yours, Lida.
Thank you.
I'm muting myself.
Thank you. Thank you very much. So, let me introduce myself. My name is Lidia Starkovskaya. I'm the owner of communication agency Buro 111. I'm a marketologist. I practice more than 10 years. Let me tell you about my agency, my bureau. So our clients include federal companies, international festivals, restaurant groups, cinemas, law firms, and more. I organize lectures to bank employees or big food brands, led an online media, organized events and PR campaign for companies like Fujifilm or Samsung or a lot of actually. So now I'm going to tell you about several topics. So let's get started. And I want you to start with me from the game-changing moments in digital promotion in Russia, because it's very necessary to know it before we start to talk about digital and promotion and advertising and something. So Meta, the parent company of Facebook and Instagram, has been officially banned in Russia since March 2022, when it was declared an extremist organization. So as a result, Facebook and Instagram are blocked in Russia. Access to Facebook and Instagram for Russian residents is only possible through VPN services, like in China, for example, which the government blocks and slows down every day. So it's kind of a fight for every day. Therefore, commercial activity on Instagram and Facebook is now in gray zone. Advertising and managing business profiles are not officially prohibited yet, so we do it every day. But I don't know, we do it every day.
So basically, you can use the service if you have a VPN,
Yeah.
this is not illegal, but they're
Yes.
banning them as an extremist organization
Yes.
from official.
Yes. It's a very interesting situation. It's not illegal, but it bans. Okay. So that's it. So in Russia, starting from September the 1st, 2022, all online ads must be registered in a special system. This means companies have to provide details about their ads, including the content and how much they spent, to a government database. This new rule is meant to make advertising more transparent and allow the government to track it more easily. If businesses don't follow these rules, they could be fined, and websites with unregistered ads might be blocked. The aim is to protect consumers and ensure that ads are not misleading or harmful, but actually I think it's because of money, about earning money and about taxes and all of that stuff to be true. So this is how it looks like. For example, this area, red one in red square, is special. It's special. I don't know how in English. Actually, it's not a link. It's
Identifier.
identifier. Yeah, of special number of advertising. That special number we have from that government services database. So we should mark every advertising with that special number and to register it in government data service system.
It's like for example, DCM tracking ID, but for the government, something like that. Google Ads tracking ID.
Yeah, and so when you click, for example, to advertising, to the link, you will see that special window that is also have special mark and special link that has that database something.
Yeah,
so
this identifier is embedded to
yeah.
everything. Yeah.
So this is how it works. We should do it every time when we mention something with payment. That's it. Now. Okay, so let's talk about short summary on social media in Russia, what we use, how it works, and whatever. So, Instagram. It only works with VPN, as I mentioned. So people still visit Instagram to relax, find inspiration, discover role models, and be inspired. And actually, to be honest, there is still no better platform for the middle class. Really, we all use Instagram all of the time. Meta disabled paid promotion for Russia residents back in 2022, back to sanctions, but back after Russia government blocked Meta. So if you live in Russia, use a Russian bank card or a Russian phone number for registration, for example, it won't work.
You mean targeting, right?
Yeah, target system, yeah. So we don't have target advertising in meta systems in Facebook or Instagram, for example. So what we are doing to promote our stuff without paid targeting? We can buy ads from influencers or from other blogs, like, I don't know, another brands or media or something. We can create wow content, of course, like viral one, yeah, and something that will inspire you. We can make viral content, reels, of course, and collaborations with other businesses. So you can see screenshots from reels that made by our agency for our clients with a local influencer in a joint post, like collaboration one for a clothing showroom and a restaurant. And another one, it was very, very viral. It's about when you had a glass of sparkling wine for breakfast instead of coffee. It's a real, like with a joke or meme, for wine bar in Russia, in Voronezh, in your hometown. So that's it. We should like create something creative, create something creative all of the time to just, I don't know, be in
the feed of the users.
yeah, and to reach our followers and new clients and all of that stuff. So this is about Instagram. You know all about Instagram, I think, because you live in USA, so we will not talk about it a lot. So more interesting, I think it's VK platform because it's Russian one. It was straight analog to Facebook. And it was very popular, actually, social networking platform primarily used in Russia and neighboring countries like Kazakhstan, Uzbekistan, and Ukraine before 2014. It has grown to become one of the largest social networks in the Russian-speaking world, with hundreds of millions of registered users. And VK ecosystem is very, very similar to Facebook, like with marketplace and messenger and I don't know, all of that, adding friends and photos and something. But it also has its own musical service, for example, embedded one, like similar to Spotify, and its own video platform called VK Video, which is like YouTube, featuring its own unique shows and other content. I will show you. Okay, so and it's interesting that companies' pages have the functionality of full-fledged website. You can buy something there. You can promote special stuff, for example, buy inside. Yeah, so
And
that's very
customize your page from what I see.
yeah.
Like fully
Customize the page. Yeah. Design it like do whatever you want. It's very interesting story about VK. And VK Music, it's a library of music for streaming and sharing and monetization for artists as well. It's, as I said, it's very close to Spotify. That's how it looks like. So that's it. I don't know, you can make playlists or you have, I don't know, streaming services, a lot of stuff actually. So
I'm
that's it.
seeing even like radio stations are on there too.
Yeah, radio stations, and you should pay to listen to it without advertising. And if you pay, you will not have advertising. So the same situation as same monetization for artists and the same monetization for platform like Apple Music or Spotify. And VK Video, it's very close to YouTube, actually. It has its own TV, its own shows, vertical videos, like shorts and whatever, clips, translations, all of that stuff. And since 2022, many shows have moved to the VK platform and to the UK VK platform from YouTube, for example, and are released there exclusively, like with sponsorship from VK. So VK pay to X YouTube shows to move them to their platform.
And
to
so
start.
why do YouTubers do that? Why would they move? Because they get paid by VK?
Yeah, they can earn money, because I will tell it about I will tell about it like a little bit lately. But Russian authors, they cannot they have not any opportunities to monetize their content from YouTube for now because of sanctions.
Mhm.
So they move to VK platform, and they can earn money as from VK platform as from viewers, like for views. So
Okay,
that's
so the platform gives them money for development, but also they get their videos monetized with ads, right? Is that what?
yeah, it's true. Yeah. So, and of course, in VK, you can use targeted advertising similarly to Facebook. It looks like, I don't know, very similar. You can promote your videos, your posts, your stuff, whatever you want. A lot of opportunities. What do posts looks like? Very close to Facebook, as I said. But you can add, for example, soundtrack, or not like in Instagram, like a short part of track, but you can make playlists under your post, for example. That's very interesting, and it's about engagement,
Mhm.
So that's cool. Okay, another platform in Russia. It's Odnoklassniki. It like classmates in Russian. So the platform is known for its emphasis on connecting people, especially classmates, friends, and family members. It's similar in some ways to Facebook, but kind of more personal and family oriented compared to its competitors. It focused on a friendly, nostalgic atmosphere. It's like a little bit old-fashioned, but actually not little bit, a lot. So it's mainly used by people aged 50 and older, but I would say actually that 60 and older, I feel like, yeah, it could be true.
Your
So
grandma's Facebook.
yes, grandma's Facebook, because I don't know anyone who use Odnoklassniki actually. Even
Yeah.
my mom. My
Yeah.
mom is 53 years old, so I don't know. So the most popular content from brands here includes news, recipes, of course, and special offers, like from Euroshare or Metro or I don't
Mhm.
know, big companies, and recipes and news and very interesting thing that conspiracy theories are pseudoscientific, and pseudoscientific stuff are also quite popular there. Like a lot of posts like this one, I'll translate you. Moles are found all over the world except for islands. But why did these little animals bypass the Emerald Islands? And what secrets do the mole burrows keep? So it's very strange, but it's like very, very popular content there.
Uh-huh.
And of course, memes. I'll translate. What is the child drawing? This one.
Mhm.
And what do his parents see? So it's content about families and jokes about families and children and all of that stuff. I don't know. I'm not into it. So, and actually, you can use targeted advertising in Odnoklassniki as well. So you can promote popular things like telecom systems or special offers. in
It's just
that
the
platform.
audience that's different from
Yes.
VK. If you
Yes.
want to reach older people, that would be your go
Yeah, yeah.
platform. Mhm.
Yes, that's true. So the most interesting thing to my mind now, it's Telegram channels. It's a messenger. It's a messaging app similar to WhatsApp, but with its own ecosystem, which even includes crypto wallets and its own cryptocurrency. And so this is a messenger, but with a lot of opportunities inside it. For example, on this print screen is it's like part of my Telegram channel, my own, with my post of today's actually. And it looks like a lot of dialogues in left part of a window, and you open it and see something. So you will have dialogues from your coworkers or friends, but among them will be Telegram channels which you are subscribing. Telegram channels are a feature of the Telegram messaging app that allows users to broadcast like messengers in media to a large audience. Channels can be public or private, and they are primarily used for sharing information about news, updates, and content with subscribers. It's like small media inside of Messenger. When you enter the Messenger Telegram, channels appear in the message feed. So there is no opportunity to not to open it, like to not to see something new, because there is no algorithm like in Instagram or Facebook or VK or Odnoklassniki. Posts appear in chronological order, so it's very good for brands because your content will be shown in a real time, and that's quite good for promotion, for keeping in touch with your audience like in real time. That's cool. I love it. So Telegram channels are often combined and grouped into thematic folders, allowing them to promote each other. When you for example, when you subscribe some, I don't know, business channel, and if that business channel is a part of some business folder, you can see another channels in that folder, and it's a way to promote each other. It's like collaborations. And actually, posts looks like, I don't know, your dialogue in WhatsApp, but actually, I think that Telegram was the first messenger who provides reactions inside of dialogues, but I don't know, but I think so. And Telegram was the first messenger who provided stories, for example, and you can use stories for brands as well, and for Telegram channels as well. And you can use circular videos, you can use audio, so you can do and create your own podcasts, for example, video or audio podcasts as well inside your Telegram channel. So that's a lot of opportunities actually for authors to be to have a blog there. It's very interesting.
So text, photos, videos, stories,
Yeah,
all of
audio
that.
podcasts. Yeah. A lot of, and you can vote for something, for example, like you can
Comment, right?
comment, of course, and you can create tests, for example, inside of tests inside of your channel. So
Like
that's it.
polls, when you ask like vote for a certain answer, or tests, you mean like an A/B test, which
A/B test and A/B test, and you can vote, and you can, yeah, whatever you want. That's very interesting. A lot of opportunities. A lot of opportunities to communicate with your audience. Sorry, with your audience. There is also targeted advertising and an advertising cabinet here. For example, in that green zone on print screen, it's advertising.
This
So
word reklama means
reklama,
paid promotion
paid promotion,
on top
right?
of these green and blue boxes.
Yeah. But you can promote just another channels. That's interesting. So you can't promote, for example, I don't know, jackets or hats, just channels. That's interesting.
Okay, so not a product by the channel.
Yeah.
Okay.
And yeah, and you will go to channel when you will click the link. Content in Telegram channels is fast. It's relevant in the moment. At the same time, it's easy to click on a link or save it to favorites. It's convenient to forward. There is no need to worry about post formatting and visuals. It's a messenger still, so it's like very, very fast content. I love it. So TikTok and YouTube Shorts. After 2022, the use of TikTok in Russia is restricted. The platform only provides access to local content, and there is no payment advertising there, like targeted one as well. In 2024, YouTube is slowed down in Russia, for example, and it seems to be part of a broader strategy to redirect users to domestic platforms like RuTube or VK, Vkontakte. We call it Vkontakte.
And by slow down, you mean at the speed of the video, like upload. So when you click, it will take a while for a video to load. Is that what you mean?
Yeah. Currently, there is no monetization for owners from Russia in YouTube. So if you want to have it, you need to register a company outside of Russia. And the only way to earn money in YouTube for Russian authors is through sponsorship in videos.
Okay, I just want to add that also viewers from Russia, the views from Russia will not get monetized. So if you're talking to a Russian-speaking audience, and even if you have a company or like your YouTube account is registered outside of Russia, the views from Russia are not getting monetized. So if you're 90% Russian audience, you're not getting any money for all the views.
Yeah.
Sorry.
You just need a sponsor. That's it. So events. It's about like public relations. So we will talk
marketing.
About events. Yeah. Brand owned. We will talk about, I will show you some brand owned events, sponsorship activities, and charity cooperation. It's a lot of like a big bunch of public relations system in Russia for brands. So brand owned events, maybe our new favorite one, VK. So VK is a really big company in Russia. So with big ecosystem and big donations from the government, I think. So VK
is that same network or social media network that you just talked about. Okay.
VK Fest. VK Fest, it's VK Festival of Russian artists. I think it's just Russians, but maybe with some audience or artists from Russian-speaking countries or ex-USSR countries like Kazakhstan, I think so, Belarus. So maybe, I don't know. But mostly it's Russian artists there, yeah. So it's a music festival. It lasts for 2 days in Moscow and for 2 days in St. Petersburg, and it's quite popular in Russia. So they had that their own music, big music festival. If we will talk about sponsorship activities, I want to show you sponsorship activities from Yandex. It's a big IT company from Russia, the biggest one, I think. And
like the Russian Google, right?
yeah, it's like exactly. It has but I don't think that it's just like Google, because it's not just поисковик.
The search engine. Google isn't either.
Yeah, but it's, Yandex has a really big like a system of services. For example, in the right part of that slide, you can see Yandex Market. It's a marketplace, for example, and its activity in New Star Camp. It's outdoor festival in Sochi, like once or twice per year. So they have Yandex Market.
It's like Amazon, but with
it's like Amazon, like smaller, but I think yes, I think so. So they have like something like Uber, so
taxi service.
Yeah, taxi service. They have Yandex Cloud. It likes Google Drive. Google Drive. A lot of IT services. Okay, so mail system, something, advertising system, its own advertising system, and a lot of systems like taxi or market or Yandex Food. It's a delivery system for like Uber Eats. I think you have Uber Eats. So that's it.
Yes, like Uber Eats or Instacart, you can also order. So basically, think of Amazon, Instacart, Uber. What else we have? Uber Eats, but within one brand, within one brand's ecosystem. We just have it a little less monopolized in terms of different owners of these services.
No, they have a lot. They have a lot of competitors actually, but not a lot. But they have competitors. But Yandex is the most popular one. It's and it's coolest one actually, because I have a lot of friends who works for Yandex, and not actually just in Russia, in Serbia, for example, or Georgia or Armenia. And actually Yandex food delivery service was worked before 2022, works in Paris, I think, and in Berlin. So it's very interesting. Yeah. Yandex is a giant company. Yeah. Like something that Russia could be proud of very much. And I think Russia is proud of Yandex. So this is sponsorship activities from Yandex in U Star Camp. It's interesting because there are a lot of activities from a lot of bunches of Yandex ecosystem, like Yandex Market in a right part of the screen, and just Yandex like working brand, because they have co-working zone on Uster Camp each year with a lot of cool stuff like ping pong table and something, and of course they provide
They advertise Yandex as a place to work, right?
Yeah, because this zone, I think it's about to promote they as HR brand,
Employer, yes, to attract talent.
Yeah, so that's it. And all of that stuff from Russian brands, like sponsorship activities, are very, very creative, actually. You want to use it, you want to make a photo of it. So it's very viral and very embedded inside of festivals or something. So that's cool, actually. And charity cooperation. This is example of a brand of my, not a friend, but maybe in some way friend.
I
Uh,
always tell my American friends and students that there's a different meaning of the word friend in Russia. Americans
yeah.
would totally say a friend, but for us, a friend is something that you have a really deep connection, and people are not are okay saying acquaintances. Where here, if you would say, "Oh, this is Lida, she's my acquaintance," that would be a little bit offensive to Lida.
Okay. Thank you for that English lesson for me.
Very
American
much.
English. I appreciate it. It's very interesting, really. So this is a brand who provides knitted accessories from grandmothers in Russia. So big brands like Yandex, as I told you, um, cooperate with that brand, Odba. It calls Odba from grandmother, from granny.
Mhm.
So they cooperate with them, and they do special stuff like
Mittens.
like mittens, yeah, and sell them, and have money to support old people in Russia. So this is a project about mm, providing a job, providing a job to old women in Russia who don't have a lot of opportunities to earn money in their age.
Okay,
So
okay,
that's
sorry. There's a little bit of context required because senior
yeah,
people are often the richest in America. These are the people that they're buying Porsches and stuff like that. In Russia, this is not the case because here most seniors do have their own funds that they saved over their lifetime to support their life after they retire. In Russia,
yeah,
saving money over the long term doesn't make sense because of the depreciation of the currency, because of different stuff that has been happening with the country where your money pretty much disappears. So people don't rely on saving as for funding their life after retirement. All they can rely on, for the most part, is the government provided pension. And that's not a lot of money, which is why supporting seniors in their efforts to make some additional income is considered charity. Okay, go
yeah.
ahead, sorry.
Yeah, no, thank you for that, really, because I didn't know how to tell about it, because I didn't know about situation in USA, for example. So
Mhm.
that's very interesting, and yeah, thank you for that. So yeah, coffee roasters, big brands like Yandex Market are collaborating with small brands for charity to help in some creative way to support like some people who don't have a lot of possibilities for earning money or for having something like necessary stuff. And that's very good. And it's quite popular thing in Russia, because actually I think Russian people are very kind inside of, yeah, cold outside because of the weather, and very warm inside because of their hearts, like we are. Sorry.
So these ladies are making the needed stuff like scarves and mittens. And what do the companies do for them? Do they place their website or like allow them to place their goods on the market without charging them, or how does that work exactly?
At first, grandmothers, a lot old ladies, earn money for their job when they do that stuff, like yeah,
Uh-huh.
by, by their hands. At second, uh, Yandex Markets sell online uh, their stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and part of coffee roasters selling their stuff as well, like
Mm-hmm.
meat on their coffee shops.
Okay.
And yeah, so that's it.
That's really cool.
Yeah, yeah. So another thing interesting thing I want to mention is that since that after 2022, the ecosystem of large brands is actively expanding in Russia. For example, the mobile operator MTS has launched its own online meeting and streaming service, and they has also established a music label that signs artists. So it was kind of just mobile operator and internet provider, and now they have their own label, musical one, because after 2022, big labels gone, like Universal or some Universal, yeah. Yeah. So now MTS and VK, of course, bien sûr, have their own label with young artists and not so young. And yeah, so that's something new. That's something about something about what we do now after big brands.
To replace those international.
Yeah, to replace. Yeah. So that's it. And MTS created MTS Link. It's like Russian Zoom for business calls or conference, or for now they providing services for webinars, meetings, chats, some like boards and all of that stuff for co-working. So what else has changed with the exit of major players from the market, from the customer's point of view, like mine, for example?
Yeah, that's what I was interested, not only from a professional standpoint, but as a consumer standpoint.
Yeah, the main thing is we have a lot of brands who replaced big or giant labels. A giant one like Lime and Zara. And sometimes that brands like Russian one looks quite similar to Zara, for example. So you can like check, just look at them. That's a print screen from websites from Zara and Lime. It's like brand of fashion brands. So look, it's very interesting, really, because even the photo shoots look similar, with the same character, the same mood.
Can Zara sue Lime? Probably not, because they would be suing them in Russia, and Russia would say, "Hey, you guys left yourselves, right?"
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
So, but they even have the same mood, like the same photographer did it. But that's not true. But you understood what I meant. Yeah, look at it. That's very interesting.
So funny.
Yeah, it's funny. And actually, we have a boom of local businesses because business owners in Russia now, like, their own bosses. They don't need a loan approval chain, like big brands, like Zara or something, which allows for creativity and a high speed of realization. So, for example, this is how a lot of popular brands like, I don't know, Tiffany, Prada, left Russia after 2022. But after that time, in their locations, Russian brands opened. And for example, and this is how they looks like. It's not like, in USSR 40 years ago. They very, very, very
futuristic and modern.
Yeah. So in the left side of the screen is interior from Viva La Vica. It's jewelry multi-brand store. And in the right hand, this Chux or shoe in French, local fashion brand. So I think it's quite nice and interesting and actually quite fantastic. There are bunch of Russian businesses who made their filials in Europe, for example. And this is a middle class or middle up jewelry brand, August, from Russia. Originally, they're from Yekaterinburg, so even not from Moscow or
From
St. Petersburg.
Siberia.
Yeah, it's Siberian brand. And they has like something strong and independent in their brand DNA. But in Russia, they work a lot with female models mostly. But for example, in Berlin, they works with guys in jewelry as well. Because now in Russia, gays and gay organization, LGBT organizations are
considered extremist. Again,
yes,
you can get a big fine or be in prison for promoting LGBTQ.
Yeah. So you should be
By
very
promoting, they mean anything.
yeah. So it's kind of little bit, not a little bit. It's dangerous to make something that government will recognize as LGBT symbols. So in Berlin, for example, August looks like this, and in Russia, with they works mostly with Russian models or Russian. Oh my God, sorry, with the female models. Yeah, right. And another topic, it was about how to get publications for free in Russia. Because actually it's outlaw. Because we had that data system from Russian government, and if you mention something, some brand or stuff, like commercial one, you should mark it with special link or special token. But sometimes you can have it's like UGC content from bloggers, for example, or a media team, like for free. And the only way is to build long-term relationships with them, with influencers, with media and businesses. So, for example, my agency sometimes creates some events for our friends. Our friends are clients, our partners in media or influencers with who we work a lot. So, for example, I want to tell you about event from this winter. In January 2022, my agency held a private event. We invited friends of the agency to a private screening of the movie Pretty Woman, because I love Pretty Woman a lot. It's one of my favorite movies. And it was 2 weeks before Saint Valentine, right?
St. Valentine's.
Saint Valentine's, yeah. Celebration. So first we delivered invitations to everyone, like by ourselves, like from hands to hands. We provided before the event, and we had a lot of UGC content with that special designed tickets to our party, our meeting, our event. And on on a place on an event. We provided popcorn, drinks, branded one. We designed products like popcorn boxes, and we designed lemonades with our own design, and drinks, and set up a photo zone with a big posters that we made especially for that event. We didn't ask anyone to post something about it, but we provided a good and quality time for everyone with whatever they want. And as a result, everyone wrote about us. Everyone made a lot of Instagram stories and posts. We had a photographer, like a reporter one, on a place. So we had like 70 or 100 people in so it was very big actually event, and we had a lot of UGC content, and we received huge reach rate on social media, and a lot of new contracts, because a lot of new people, like friends of influencers or our clients, became our new clients after that, because they wanted to be a part of that big community of creative people who was invited on that event, private one. So we had a new contracts worth 10 times the amount we spent. So it was like, yeah, it was amazing thing. And I want to do the same when I will come back to Russia this winter, actually.
Yeah, of course, rinse and repeat. If something works, absolutely. I wanted to just add a little bit more context why I even asked you to talk about this. Both the textbook and me in the lecture, we talk about how difficult it is for brands to get mentioned by media, just because the advertising law is the one that regulates public relations practice. And because the advertising law regulates it, it means that pretty much any mention could be considered as a hidden advertising, which is why major media are kind of like avoid talking about brands, especially in a positive context. And that's what you've just talked about. It. That's one way to do it. You can work not with big media, but with individuals that have a large following, to get that reach to people that might become your potential clients.
Yeah, that's it. So actually, it's very hard to get free publications in big media, for example, or big TV channels, because it's illegal, actually, not so legal. But you can work with people, and this is the way. And long-term relationship is like in real life, the same. So you just need to love people, to build strong relationships with them, and make a quality product, and you need to be honest with them, and you will, I don't know, you will have success. Yeah. And actually, that's all my material for today. Thank you very much for invitation. If you have some more questions, I'm ready to answer.
Thank you very much for joining us today. It was a really good and important conversation, because it's very difficult to find people that are practicing in Russia right now, and are willing to talk about what's going on with the industry. You've given us some really good ideas about what a public relations practice looks like in today's Russia, because I practiced prior to 2015. A lot of things have changed then, especially post 2022. And I think it was a very important conversation, especially in the context of sanctions. Now we see what happens when a country has sanctions and imposed, or brands leaving. That's an example that we have not seen. I think another interesting country to look at in terms of its adaptation would be Iran, but it's very difficult to find speakers from there. And I think it is important that we had this conversation. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for invitation. As I said, it's such an honor for me. Thank you very much.